Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down here for this offense. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Now it's second down here. Try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Moves the ball up to the 30.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
In this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. They'll try to run it with the option. Quarterback still with the football. You bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The Seminoles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Same tailback, another carry. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. fights off a defender. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This is the 6th play on the drive. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? Past the 20, the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Florida State offense on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick-6. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle, but first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? A handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's caught. Right down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Noles pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Here's the handoff. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
And the Seminoles with 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down after that previous play. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? Blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. And is intercepted.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking to scramble now.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
An important third down attempt for this offense. They'll try to run for the first down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, third down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They test the middle, but gets stopped. That run goes nowhere. And the Knowles looking to run some tempo here. Quarterback's got it on the option. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Can he get there on the ground? And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle it at the 44.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Second down, we're going to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Toss play to the outside. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. It's an option look. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Finding space at the 20. And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big chunk and a first down.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it here. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Oh, here comes the reverse. Tackled way behind the line. There.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. He's looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, and they heave it deep downfield. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The Horned Frogs come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the third-ranked team, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Finding some room at the 25. It's a nice game. We'll move the football up to the 27.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Well, they need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. And the back now goes in motion. Fourth down, look at a throw for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Looking to chuck it again. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They'll run the option. And the quarterback keeps it here. The back's got it on the pitch. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserted themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Ball handed off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Fighting off the defender. Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense recovers the fumble.
Man, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Trying to extend the play. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. The tight end has got it, and he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Quick hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up. And the Horned Frogs hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On third down, he drops to throw, and he'll loft it to the end zone. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. The sure hands. It's Griffin. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Methodical but effective. Probably one of the most impressive drives we've seen in the conference championship game.
Hey, I have to agree with you. Long drives like that are like a great painting. Slowly layering all the intricate facets until you have a masterpiece completed. That drive was put together in the same fashion. Just masterful execution on that drive.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I'll tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Pass caught. Second down now. They'll try the option play here. Defense all over the option play. Quarterback couldn't even get the pitch off. The Seminoles come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Makes a quick grab. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
The Noles keep the football on the move. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
It's a run to the left. Fighting him off. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Seminoles line it up with 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Noles. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They're going to run the option. Keeper decides to keep it here. Pitch to the back. And he runs it in to pick them up by a point. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the TCU offense takes the field. They want to cut into this lead before halftime. They have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. On the run here, lets it go. That's reeled in. It's Griffin. And the defense brings him down. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Horned Frogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He lets it go on the move. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Horned Frogs will line up on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. The receiver's got it on the jet sweep. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, you know, I don't want to get away from a jet sweep. I think it's a good call. This one just didn't work out. So now you're way behind on the sticks.
The offense eager to keep this drive going. They're facing a 3rd and long from the 20 now. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's escaping the pocket now. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
You could just tell this quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do as things were developing in front of him. He saw that open space and decided, I'm just going to take it myself and head to the end zone for a touchdown.
Make the extra point and go up 6. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Send the back in motion. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's running out of time here. You cannot escape the defense with a sack. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Defense not pressing this time. Oh, he tosses it back. Just gets it away, taking a shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's going to take another shot right here. And the pass falls incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to begin the second half. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Comes the Florida State offense on the field. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but is just short of the first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Back in motion now. And the Noles pick up enough to get a first down there.
Chris, how about that by this running back? Got behind his pads and that big offensive line, able to pick up that first down. He just kept pushing through that line until he got to the mark.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Getting set. Here's second down. Receiver in motion now. They look to throw it here on second down. Pass not complete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Lets it go quickly. but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes, and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Got to make it 3 for 3 here. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds his target. He has the first. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The Seminoles looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Here's the option play. It's a quarterback keeper. He's got the first down and more. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
What an extra dimension to this offense when you can pull a quarterback design run and not just pick up 5 or 6 yards, but a big gain and a touchdown. This guy is special.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. Extra point puts it in front by 1. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. TCU offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Here's the throw deep downfield. And the ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And the offense trots back onto the field here. They'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They're going to run it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Direct snap to the back. He's past the marker and still going. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
The Noles have first and 10 here. The shotgun handoff here. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Snags the quick throw. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Seminoles. Strong game by this quarterback. they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
With the catch, it's Griffin. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Movement at the second level of defense now. Trying for a fourth down completion. And it's broken up nicely. A defensive stop and a turnover on downs.
Well, not surprised they decided to throw the football here on fourth down, but how about the defense doing their job, especially up front, getting in those passing lanes and just knocking the ball down? Not exactly what this offense envisioned and how this play would work out.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Not much on that play. Brought down short. And the Seminoles are in the red zone now. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Handoff heading left. And that run produces a decent gain. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Hey, I really like the idea on third down. I can kind of see the thought process there. Make an unconventional call on third down. Sometimes that can work out, but the defense was just prepped and ready for it this time.
So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the TCU offense takes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Pressure is coming. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down. And the Horned Frogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebacker's trying to confuse this offense now. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Knowles.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oh, it's a reverse. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He steps out of bounds at the 14. That's where the drive will start. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And now another deep ball here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Empty set as they try for the 2-point conversion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the 2-point try is good, so the lead is down to 11.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
Looking to pass here. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. And the Knowles hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Incomplete and nearly picked off. They waste an opportunity for a much-needed takeaway, but it does set up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
They've been great on fourth down so far today. 3 for 3. Can they stay perfect? Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Lofting it toward the left sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down. Here's the second down play.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back.
Going for a big play downfield. The pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And he is wide open for a huge gain. They stop him, but it's a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's hit as he throws it. And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
You know, we've seen this guy make a lot of plays, but one of the things that really stands out to me is his desire to want to come down with the ball. Here, the ball is deflected. Instead of giving up on the play, he still has that desire to come up with the catch to help his quarterback out.
Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Here we go, it's what you hope for. Fourth quarter, one-possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple scores, then all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
And he'll set up to throw. And the two-point try is successful, making this just a 3-point lead. field to boot this one away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And they'll use the ground game here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Now they'll go for a 2-point conversion. Oh, the reverse. And he runs it into the end zone to stretch the lead from 9 to 11. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the TCU offense takes the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Looking to pass here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Linebacker shifting around now. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw it again. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And that one is over everyone's head beyond the end zone and incomplete.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk. With that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. They just didn't execute.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They try to run it with the option. Quarterback keeps the football. Pitches to the back. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
And the junior able to get home with the sack. That sack makes it second down and forever. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. Breaks it. Oh, the ball's knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play. Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And there's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. First down, looking to throw the football. Contact as he let the ball go. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves